Hello, welcome to STEM School. In this video, we are going to go through Canadian computing competition problems. Now, let's take a look at the problem here. Okay, we have arrival time problem. So here's the problem description. Fiona commutes to work each day. If there's no rush hour traffic, her commute time is 2 hours. However, there is often rush hour traffic, right? Specifically, rush hour traffic occurs from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. in the morning and 3 p.m. until 7 p.m. in the afternoon. So during rush hour traffic, her speed is reduced by half. So what does that mean? So during those hours, basically it will take her double the time to travel, right? So she leaves either on the hour at XX00 or 20 minutes past the hour at XX20 or 40 minutes past the hour at XX40. Okay. So given Fiona's departure time, at what time does she arrive at work? So we got let's take a look at the inputs and output specifications. So the input will be one line which contains an expression of the form HHMM, which is hour, minute, right? Okay, and the hour will be 24. Will be like one of the 24 starting hours, and minute will be 3 possible departure times 00, 20, or 40. Okay, the output will be the time of Fiona's arrival in the form of hour, minute, right? So that's the input and output specification. So from that problem description, what we can kind of take it from there is that total commute time is 2 hours with no rush hour traffic. So that means it will be more than 2 hours if some of the time falls into the rush hour between 7 to 10 a.m. and 3 to 7 p.m., right? So there are a few scenarios that we need to think of. The first one is all out of the rush hour. So that would be 2 hours, or part of the traffic time is no rush out of the rush hour traffic. Okay, but part of it will fall into the rush hour traffic either in the morning or in the afternoon, or it could be fall into the afternoon, which is the rush hour traffic all the time. Okay, so with part of the hour fall into rush hour traffic and part of the hour fall into the non-rush hour traffic, it could start with the rush hour traffic and end with no rush hour traffic. Okay, or it could start with no rush hour traffic and fall into a rush hour traffic. So there are 4 scenarios that we need to consider. All right. So that should occur in our design, and we got the example input. So 5, output is 7, which is outside of rush hour traffic, right? So the explanation there is does not encounter any rush hour traffic and leaves at 5 a.m. and arrives at 7 a.m., right? So the example 2 is 7, and the output is 10:30, which is partially, which is start from rush hour traffic and ended outside of the rush hour traffic, right? So the explanation talks about that. And example input 3 is 11:20 and 1:20, which is outside of the rush hour traffic, right? But it falls into a second day. Okay, so what can we do about it? So I'm going to stop here for a few minutes, for a few seconds to let you think of the solution. So it's at the first glance, it's very complicated, right? So you need to think of so many scenarios that you need to put your logic into and calculate the minutes, right? So let's take a look at my solution here. I would say it's a bit unique. So I'm trying to think out of the box and to try to make the solution much easier. Okay, so my solution here is the input, right? So nothing fancy. So got the input, got split with the symbol, and the map, which is a iteration of turns the input into integer, right? So that's the input, and convert starting time into minutes, right? So minutes is which is hour times 60 plus b. Okay, so also nothing fancy. So total commute time. So I start with total commute time of 4 hours or 240 minutes, right? So that's when it always falls into the rush hour. So totally, if Fiona commutes within the rush hour, it will take her 240 hours. To 240 minutes, sorry, okay, or 4 hours, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some countdown loop, okay? So while commute time is greater than 0, that logic happens, okay? So I got totally 240 minutes, right? So if the current time is rush hour, okay, so that means I'm going to minus 1 each time, okay, or minus 1 for each minute, okay. So I'm basically doing a countdown, and the rush hour is between those hours which described in the problem, okay. Otherwise, the commute time is I'm going to count down 2 for every minute. Make sense? So I'm going to kind of Fiona is taking half of the time for the non-rush hour traffic, okay. So that means for that countdown, I'm going to count down 2 for every 1 minute. I hope that logic makes sense to you. So the explanation makes sense to you. So, and then I'm going to count down the minute all the time, okay? So basically, rush hour minus 1 for each minute, and non-rush hour minus 2 for each minute, okay? So that means for me, it didn't matter when Fiona starts to commute, okay? I'm just going to use that time, use that minutes, okay? Try to map into the rush hour time and non-rush hour time and doing the countdown, okay? And for each countdown, I'm going to go back and check whether it's rush hour or not, and reduce the commute time accordingly, okay? So it will be true until countdown equals to commute time equals to 0, right? So once commute time equals 0, then we will have what? We will have the arrival time. Okay. So that ensure time wrap according around 24 hours format. Okay, so that's something calculated, and then after calculate the arrival time, so there will be arrival hours and arrival minutes. Okay, so arrival hours is the minutes divided by 60, right? So I'm taking the whole number from that, and the minutes is the remainder of the 60, right? So because the minutes move to next minute, I'm always counting the minutes by 1, right? So that reduced commute time, and that's using the minutes, right? So after that, after calculation, I will have the arrival time in the proper format, and then print the arrival time. Okay, so basically again, I got the countdown. I got the whole commute time, and then try to count down the commute time by dividing it to rush hour and non-rush hour, and then I'm adding the minutes into the starting point, okay, into the starting point. So in the end, I'm going to calculate the arrival hour and arrival minute based on the minutes I've added and separate it into hours and minutes, okay, and then print it at the last. So that's the whole solution and the whole idea which I've got from this problem. And what we need to learn some knowledge point is that, the map, the input, the split function, the while loop, if else statement, and don't think something special we need to know here. So all of them are pretty basic Python knowledge. That's everything for today's lesson. Please click like if you like this video and subscribe my channel. Thank you.